No, it's just a question if they want to put the Broodmother into the Terrorblade lane.
Since, you know, this, I mean, it's been a month since they played level 1. Not that bad. You know, you've got an Enchantress, very, very strong level 1. You've got...
But
all right. Now it's just
lane.
going to 2. Come on.
Ace is in trouble. Ace is in a lot of trouble. We thought they couldn't kill the Timbersaw, but he might actually die. Yeah, he's gone. Miposhka got him. And this is the right clicks of the Shadow Demon coming in. For the moment, some careers are going to be taken out. Nothing more than that, while there is some breathe fire in the mid lane being used. Tofu, however, in a lot of trouble, going to be attacked over and over again. And there it is. The Shadow Poison get him low enough for Yadro to get the kill. Also, Ace, he's respecting Miposhka, and he should. This hero can do massive amounts of damage in the lane.
I remember in some of those earlier series that Gaimin Gladiators were playing in as he's forced to use the Dragon Tail. Hold on, is Ace going to be okay? I think he should.
Yeah, you don't have enough mana on Miposhka. Yeah, that is a big deal, actually, coming with Mr. Mustache. I think that's what you call him. And beautiful stun impale, not gonna be enough. Quinn gets the kill. Before that happens, going for Mira as well, who has no mana. Another siege shot is gonna be flying around with Celery this time around being the one who gets the kill. And when is that gonna happen?
I think what you do is you don't pick Darkseer with an Enchantress in the pool, especially against Celery. You know, that really just made what was already a tough lane so much more difficult, as Lyle once again getting chased underneath his own tower, and this is pretty much well, maybe not, probably
he's dead. He is dead. Celery the one to pick up the kill. It should have been the Dragonite that is pushing that tower, and it's completely opposite. While in the bottom lane, the Sunder, first Sunder was used. The Ace is gonna be low, but still very, very hard to bring down still, as they will attempt to kill the Timbersaw, and that's the big kill for sure. Yep, getting himself taken down. Beautiful.
Tormentor, just because, you know, mana drain onto 3 will be able to reduce a ton of that damage on top of, again, Quinn going the chain gang, just wanting to get those searing chains onto as many TB illusions as possible.
Albrood's coming mid. They
again.
Really hate Laurel, but Mira is level 6. This is a huge deal. Jurachio, how do you deal with him? You get a stronger bug. Mira just in a great position, and the Darkseer had a bad lane, but the Nyx Assassin, he's having a grand old time.
Get right on in position, and maybe just rotating a little bit too early there on Duraccio. If he had the Orchid, perhaps that would have been very different, but oh, hold on. Talking about sidesteps, Mira was able to.
Yeah, but you're not getting this kill, so you got ahead of yourselves without the Vendetta. It's almost impossible disruption to save for the time being. They should have enough stuns, no spike carapace, and the Nyx Assassin will die there. It's actually Celery in the end who got it, even though Quinn attempted to get it himself, while Duraccio, if there's not that many enemy heroes, he will be able to run somebody down. 2 Heroes of Spirit dead.
Finger of Death, you've got Chakram, you've got the Orchid to be able to just pick off anyone. And I think they're just going to need to use their game sense to try and find out this Terrorblade. Yatoro, they're going to see his illusions on the wave. And they're going to catch out Celery as well, but I don't necessarily think they needed him to be able to find this kill onto the TP, and look at the dive commitment.
Yeah, it doesn't have the Manta just yet. TP is in, not going to be coming in time. Tofu just finger. That's going to be a very, very quick kill. Very weird that he got caught by that one, because Gaimin Gladiators got scouted.
True. Were all of them scouted or just Celery? I mean, it's kind of the way that Celery plays, right? He's very dive in super deep, as Lyle, he is in incredibly deep.
Yep, that's going to be 2 core kills for Gaimin Gladiators, and now you can go for more, no problem whatsoever. The Seeds of Serenity are going to be planted, so Shadow Demon not really going to be taking all that much damage, but he is going to be getting low either way. Disruption to save him on the other side. They're already killing the Nyx there with the Spike Carapace. He's keeping himself alive. Miposhka, he's still staying alive, and look at Collapse with the wall standing his ground. A dodge on the vacuum, is that going to be enough for him to survive? No. Yadro coming in with the Morphosis gets himself a double kill, and Mira is still alive. He's the reason why they stayed here for such a long period. Duraccio got stuck for a second. He needed to plant the web. If a stun connects is going to be a problem, goes for the Vendetta. They're still going to be chasing him around, but he gets himself away from the majority of heroes, with Laurel coming in, and Celery will be paying for the sins of some of his teammates.
Yeah, just going in vacuum, not going to be the case. But yeah, I just feel like you really want to wait for just that one next item on Team Spirit, right? We know that they've got the better scaling lineup. It's just, can you get to that stage? You know, Lyle, he's level 12 now. He's 400 gold away from the BKB, and you're almost finished up a Dagon as well.
Obviously, you have the Surge to run yourself away from a big spider, as that's gonna be a Timbersaw. God, beautifully done by Mira. Enough damage? Is it going to be? Yep, just enough between the two of them. They use all of their spells perfectly and ultimately get a kill on a very, very tanky hero.
I don't know particularly against the Timbersaw.
I'm very surprised that Quinn isn't having any impact in this game. He did finish his Maelstrom, so his damage output is going to be higher, but even after winning a lane that he on paper shouldn't have, let's see now, blinking onto the Darkseer, he is looking very much dead. There's just no way in hell that you're surviving that collapse. Gets out of himself and loses the life tower as well.
Surely this tower ends up going down. They're going to pop the glyph for it, but there's just an army of spiderlings that are going to be able to hit through the back door if they really want to. I have to imagine, yeah, there's nothing stopping them from committing, although Yatoro is TPing in.
He's coming. Waddle is already a part of that fight, and Draccio dropping low. He's trying to heal up versus the Terrorblade. That's not gonna happen. He gets demolished and squashed as Quinn will finally be joining the fight. Nice X from Tofu might save his life with the Glimmer Cape, trying to run away. Beautiful Impale. He's still protected by the shield, not for long. It's taken out. Disruption on the other side. Ace was trying to do something. He's gonna get stunned up. The Sunder as well, dropping super low, and his life will be taken as well. 2 cores down, plus Tofu, as the rest of Gaimin, the Terrorblade can do. Now they smoke Spirit. They know that after Roche, they can be caught off guard. Don't have the BKB. Sleight of Fist chains, of course.
Rapier doesn't have BKB.
At bay. Quinn does have a haste, so he wants Mira dead. This Nyx Assassin is the one that needs to die, but he's so annoying with the Spike Carapace looking towards Yatoro. They're just gonna escape and allow Mira to die. There will be an Earth Spike, however, but look at the Dragon Knight finding a nice jump on Tofu and punishing him for his sins as Ace
Big Sunder.
eats a Sunder, and that's a big vacuum onto all 4 of the remaining alive heroes. You have to bail Duraccio right next to the Terrorblade, who will get demolished if he's not careful. This is without the Metamorphosis, and look at how powerful Yatoro is. There will be a Remnant just making sure that he can get another round of chains out, but Celery will not be escaping. The Skadi not allowing him to move. Yatoro just finished it a second ago, and now he's going to be getting a mega kill streak as Larl on the chase. What a dodge from Quinn. The problem, I'm looking at this game, are you ever going to be able to challenge a Terrorblade?
Again, a lot of his strength does come from the illusions, right? So if Tofu's able to get into the position to be able to get rid of those, then maybe you're not actually too worried about the damage.
Miposhka was going down, but with the Terrorblade joining in, that's gonna be so much damage onto Ace. He needs to get himself away from the right clicks, will be saved by a Glimmer Cape. So in the end, it's only Miposhka that dies. Very nice Remnant usage with the Chain Gang as well. Sleight of Fist doing a ton of damage. Quinn, he is starting to hurt his opponents. The silence onto the Nyx. Guardian Greaves trying to keep him alive, and they get the stun onto Duraccio. Gets demolished by Yatoro once again. Every single time he sees this spider, he just squashes it. And his team, they just need to call him to do it every time. He's ready. Mira.
Again, it just takes so much to be able to kill this Nyx Assassin.
Terrorblade is continuing with the push.
Ench is in a little deep here.
Yeah, got close. Instant stun. Gets killed very fast. Glyph being used. The tier 3 is gone 100%, and maybe even the Raxus. I don't know if Yatoro needs to stop at all.
No. And with the mana drain being popped, there's nothing really stopping Yatoro from just using Manta Style if he wants to keep pushing in. Although they're going for heroes.
Why wouldn't they? The Dagon will finish off. Sleight of Fist chains is quite nice, but another Spike Carapace. It is so annoying. There will be a Sunder as well. Finally, a Finger does finish off the Nyx Assassin as Yatoro is coming forward, but his Aegis is going to be expiring in 20 seconds. You need to be very careful about what you do. Quinn trying to be annoying, doesn't get the chains off onto Collapse, who will be TPing away, and quite successfully at that. Very close to death, but in...
So what I was saying before is we haven't yet seen the play with the Nyx Assassin just walking on top of the Ember Spirit and popping the Spike Carapace to be able to get that instant burst onto him. Is it going to be enough to be able to kill Celery? Not quite, not quite. So here we go, they're committing in here. Just trying to kill off this pesky Enchantress, but I'm not sure if the team wants to help him out at this stage. Much rather just recover some of this net worth deficit that they are now under, as Collapse is actually the one getting chased down, but looks like he'll be able to get away as well. Once again, just pulling them around the map as much as possible. So how are they going? Tofu, he's playing a little bit scared right now, actually playing right underneath a lot of the vision, as they've found once again a hero just on their own. All of this vision they've been able to place down by Team Spirit is just nuts that it's been able to survive for this long. And, you know, we were saying before that they don't necessarily need to go up onto the high ground, but at this point, what's stopping them? They're just going to commit in, pop the BKBs, take out the Lion that they know doesn't have buyback because of that previous attempt to be able to defend the racks. Might be a little bit too deep of a dive, though, and I think Glyph forced to be popped. But I don't think they're interested at all in backing off. And actually find a pick here, quickly going in onto Ace. But the buyback is used, the net worth deficit extends even further. It's going to take some big plays from Quinn, but he actually gets sundered. Feels a little bit weaker, but they are kind of coming out on top here until Yatoro, they were just able to have an overwhelming amount of damage until he eventually dies. It's Celery that does the majority of the damage with that Dragon Lance, with the Sproink, and the Vindicator's Axe. Crazy, crazy stuff. They do eventually push them back, though. Still doesn't have the Shard, man, so he's not able to quickly deal with all of these TP illusions either.
Not gonna be easy. See what they can do, how they can mount this defense. They can put Yatoro in front, they got the Bennett down as well. Lyle can siege. Or the Dragon Form activated. We see what Celery is just trying to poke. Constant slights, but it doesn't seem like they are going to stop this push. It's just so annoying with all the illusions. Here might be an opportunity. Nyx Assassin walks up the high ground. Lyle's also going to be able to jump the back line as well. Lyle over towards Tofu. Tofu's going to be able to reposition, but they all group up for the vacuum. On to 3. Yatoro's going to be able to stand his ground with the turn potential. They'll try and blow him up with the finger. Yatoro will lose the first life. They have to commit so heavily to kill him off, though. And now Ace, he's in some danger. Importantly, Meta was, of course, used, so he is not going to have this for the second round. There might not be one, though.
Something coming out to him on the career right now. I don't think so. That's actually a smoke coming through for Gaming Gladiators, trying to find someone, and once again a smoke instantly pops. Mira.
Lyle's ready to go, and they're going to be careful about grouping up. Eyes on what they're going to be able to do with the Darkseer outside the base. They just blow up Celery. Now over to the other side, though. Duracho will be able to deal with the Nyx Assassin, but Nyx has got a buyback. Meanwhile, Lyle and Yatoro still trying to stop them from getting inside the base. They have committed, though. These transformation heroes using the big spells, but with a jump in over towards the Timber Saw. Down goes Ace, who has no buyback. It's a lot of your damage to deal with the Terror Blade, deal with the Dragonite. Now they can look to go for the bottom set of barracks.
Why wait? You can easily just get a second lane of racks and maybe even push those tier 4s. Basically force them to say, do you have buyback on the Timber Saw? The answer is no.
Can they protect him? They won't be able to. Down goes Quinn, which is the dieback. Now Tofu's going to get chased down as well. And Team Spirit, they'll strike first in our best of 5 grand finals. I mean, yeah, okay, you got a buyback on Tofu. Cool, bro. What are you going to do? Jump in, miss a stun. Ain't going to matter. You'll also lose Duracho. Spirit, they'll take game 1.
Something that I was expecting, and I don't think that this Nyx Assassin plus Shadow Demon draft was punished quite enough, you know, in the lane still. But I feel like this is certainly a Quaswex.
If that Invoker was coming, because I completely forgot about him, but
managed to find a way to get back in the casting seat, so I'm quite happy with that.
Congratulations! Right as Celery is about to potentially die. And there we go. It ends up dropping down from this kill lane that we thought was incredibly strong on the bottom side of the map.
Invoker versus Lesh going this way?
I mean, I feel like the Invoker isn't necessarily picked for the lane to be able to deal with the Leshrac. It's just about they needed some form of team fight, considering it was the last pick that Team Spirit had, and you're going up against an IO, right? You don't want to go all in onto single target because you could just pop absolutely everything, and then you've got nothing left to be able to deal with the relocate and, you know, cause things to be a little bit more difficult for him, as Tofu is actually getting dived underneath the tower up top.
Yeah, they already killed Ace, so he's looking pretty dead as well. Even with the Fairy Fire, Yatoro stops on the crit attack and gets the Fade Ball out because of that Tofu in the end. Competitive gameplay and how you generally feel about it.
I love it with a Gyrocopter. You know, you just pop it onto a Gyro, you play it like a support Pos 5 Tusk together, and then level 7 you can have plus 95 damage with Flak Cannon. That feels kind of nuts to me.
But this IO Broodmother lane is pretty toxic, but either way, Collapse is having so much fun. They get the kill, turning around onto Duracho now as well. Mira will probably die. No, he has the Healing Lotus. He's going to be completely fine as Collapse continues doing damage. Miposhka joins in on the fray with the center as well. Plasma Field will slow down Duracho enough for Collapse to get a double, and Spirit, they seem to be wanting to continue with this trend that usually Tusk would be very bad at killing the Brood before level 6, but they've been making it happen, and they found Celery. He goes with the tether away. Stun does not connect in time, so that's a nice escape thus far. Has the movement speed because of the Brood. It does look like... Oh, they're not going to be fine. Dyrachyo, his damage is being taken away. Armor as well. Eye of the Storm really coming in handy. Celery goes close. There was no chance he was going to save his buddy, so maybe he has just sentenced himself to death as well. Luckily for him, the shards off the mark, so he'll be fine. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Laurel is being targeted as well. A lot of overtime damage. Quinn is losing mana, but with the blood grenade should be enough. Here comes the help from Mira. Laurel, he goes into the Ghost Walk and he'll be fine. He's not going to be turning into a ghost in a way that Gaming Gladiators wanted, and now it's a 7-0, looking to be an 8-0 start for Team Spirit in the second game of this grand finals.
Cheeky level 1 Sunstrike attempted by Largest to be involved in that, but...
And the Broodmother itself, but Team Spirit are just going to continue the aggression.
Dude, even Yataro's coming mid. They know how much they play around these power runes, and they want to be able to pick off Quinn.
And they're probably going to get him, keeping him in place long enough.
Ace.
Yataro will join in to get the bonuses. Ace goes through the Fiend's Gate, probably into his own death, trying to TP out of this really bad situation, and will be successful at doing so.
Yeah, exactly. That is not what you wanted to see either, having to deny your own tier 1 tower. So most of the time when you're playing this Broodmother, you want to be able to quickly connect through to the rest of the team, right? Be able to make some plays. There's very cheeky movement there by Tofu to make sure that Mira gets himself cliffed, but even better push down there with a Wild Wing Ripper.
Yeah. Insane. And look at that tornado. Like, perfectly placed. There will be a beautiful Pit of Malice, and Laurel might die. There's the first kill. You were talking about it. This is going to be a big turnaround. A lot of gold into the pockets of Gaming Gladiators, and they're not done. Dyrachyo is still hungry. He hasn't eaten any heroes with his Broodmother ever since the start of the game, and now they're going to be getting a nice juicy tusk for a double kill for Dyrachyo.
Shoving out that lane, making sure this siege creep is going to die as quickly as possible.
I don't think he'll be able to save the Siege Creep though, and Pit of Malice, Atos as well. There's gonna be another one, especially with the Split Earth coming. That could be another kill. Tornado plays quite nicely. Snowball to the left. He gets pulled deeper into the river, so it took some time to go on the other side. They got the silence onto the Invoker. This is a big kill. Gaming Gladiators turning the game around. The star will go their way, and with that, the net worth will be completely even between the two teams.
Just a quick... maybe. I also wonder if he... Like, he's walking underneath a Watcher's vision right now, and they're instantly going to make a move for him. Maybe not realizing that he's playing up against an IO, and they've got that extra little bit of vision. This doesn't seem like bait to me.
They're going for him. And he doesn't have a Phantasm. Is Yataro just dead? Mira in the vicinity. He has the snowball safe if it does come down to it. But that just might mean two of them dying. He gets lifted up, put in the Pit of Malice before he uses any of the spells. Wanted to pull him to the side. That's why he used the shards for vision. Just doesn't get it off in time.
It's one of those things that it's ingrained how much vision the Watchers have, but when you're playing up against an IO, that's not actually true, as Lyle, he's going to get picked off as well.
Just one by one, Team Spirit are losing their heroes, losing their lead, and there's gonna be collapse as well. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Lifted once again into the Pit of Malice. Nobody is leaving this pit. It is literally a graveyard of Team Spirit heroes, and even in terms of kills, Gaming Gladiators have equalized this game, but if you look at the net worth, they're ahead. Now they're trying to get another one. Only one Spirit Vessel charge, enough to get a kill on a key hero, Celery. They should know where he is. Him and Quinn in a little bit of trouble. They're going to be focusing on Quinn. Relocate still hasn't been used. Fiend's Gate, they're coming over to save their buddy and won't be able to do so. Pit of Malice connects onto multiple heroes as Ace gets lifted up into the air. Alacrity up. He's going to be demolishing Mira with the right clicks. And even a not that good of a spell, Tofu finds a good use of it. Now stealing the enchantment potion, getting a taste of his own medicine, as they will be pulling in Ace, surrounded by 3 heroes, and Collapse joining in on the fray. Finally, they're going to be killing the fat hero of Gaming Gladiators in the sustain. Then I think that's the case.
Even a spider banging on their front door as well.
Well, that spider is in trouble. Does have the Manta and all of the heals from the Wisp, as well as the relocate. Gets into a safe position. Gaming Gladiators, do they leave Celery to die? Or do they fight?
Ace has the Fiend's Gate available, and he's going to use it.
Yep, coming over right on top of it. Celery blocked in by the shards, pulled in, but the Pit of Malice perfect to use onto 2 heroes. Yataro trying to run away with the Manta. He'll be able to silence on Mira after he used his Walrus Punch, so they're going to be able to bring down the big spider on the other side. Collapse loses his life, so 2 cores dead, 1 on each side. Snowball trying to stay a little bit longer alive. Mira will finally fall, but a nice Chaos Bolt with the 4 staffs. It's not going to help versus
they fortified as well.
At the end of the rainbow, somebody finds gold and somebody finds that, but Ripochka doesn't have any more mana and they lost their carry, so the amount of damage that Team Spirit can do is non-existent. Laurel also very low on resources. He cannot go into the Ghost Walk, but they're gonna make him a ghost anyways with the right clicks and spell usages of Quinn. They clean out An ace from his farming on the top lane, shoving out the waves as well. Now comes for the push. No glyph on Spirit. This is going to be an easy tier 3, maybe even Rax's. Let's see. Tornado EMP completely off the mark. Laurel has lost 2 of his very important spells. Walrus Punch, some impetus shots. Quinn doesn't care, protected by the Lotus Orb. Mira with the Force Staff might live. Nope. It is going to be the Spawn Spiderlings that finishes him off. From that, they get the range. Rax's melee one's next on the menu.
That aggression that Spirit are trying to pump back their way.
I mean, they did give the alacrity to Miposhka, so they are believing in him. We believe you can do it. And he just tickled Quinn a bit and did absolutely nothing. Now they're going to be pulling in Quinn. They want to get rid of the Aegis. Trying to do so, will be able to get him down once. He's protected by the Pit of Malice. The EMP will zone out Duracho as Quinn is trying to leave, getting pulled in, but that just means that Yatoro enters the Pit of Malice himself, and he does have a BKB, got stunned up, not using it just yet, wants to reset this fight and then go. Duracho has his BKB,
Quinn
runs away from
BKB.
Collapse, so not enough damage will be drained for sure, and you can definitely continue this.
Equalize the strength of this Leshrac draft. He's not there with the rest of the boys, though.
So good for Spirit at the start, and there it is, Yatoro going forward. He has found Tofu. They have vision. Nice 4-step away. The Sunstrike won't connect, and Yatoro now
running out, though.
9-second BKB, and it is taking so long for him to get on top of Tofu, who's being defended. Now inside of the snowball, that means
Still
that your
alive,
BKB
man.
is out. They lost the Invoker. That's going to be a dieback. At least maybe this impetus is no. Glimmer Cape Celery doesn't want even to allow himself to die, saving all of his buddies.
Still a
and then
Fiend's
himself
Gate.
at the end. The Fiend's Gate is open. Collapse knows that there's going to be some demons coming through it for his life, and Quinn is the one who gets a double after that fight. It is going to be GG call. Team Spirit are aware that this game is no longer in their hands.
Definitely outplay potential for Spirit.
Yeah. There's no way you're not going to get ulti unless Orchid or Yatoro can initiate with Orchid, but it's not like
He's going to be able to join together with the rest of the team. And, I mean, this feels like the sort of game where a Mage Slayer would be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Yep.
With an Enchantress. Oh, very nice use of the vacuum there just to disrupt some of that right click coming through.
And finally, we're seeing the mid lane a little bit going into the hands of Laurel. Celery, once again, in trouble. Duracho is trying to fight. He's not going to be winning versus Collapse, especially with Mira constantly pushing him away. But the Ember, he needs it so much. So Ember might be actually pushed back to the base before nighttime. So it's going to take a long time to walk back. Miposhka is gonna eat the homing missile and probably gonna get taken out. So Tofu gets himself a kill, and that rotation from Miposhka towards the mid lane will cost him his life. While on the top lane, Collapse taking some damage. Rolled the barrel plus Fade Bolt just pushes GG away.
Really just nukes down at,
Is Laurel dead?
wave.
Who is not. He got level 6 as well, so Quinn instantly decided this is not a chase that you want to go for. 3 points in Flame Guard, so not that much Sleight of Fist to be able to go for the kill as they pull in Tofu, not into the tower, uses armor, Echo Stomp as well, so they should be able to take him out. Let's see if Ace will be getting some revenge for his fallen comrade. No, but at least making sure that he runs away. Celery, however, joining in on the fray, and the Iron Shell plus the right clicks will be more than enough. Nice rotation from Celery, not expected from Team.
Do that better than anyone else, and well, they did have to sacrifice something to, you know, they lost Yatoro there on the bottom side, but
Not
Mira...
done.
Oh, they're not done.
No, Miposhka is dead as well. There's the surge on the gyro, gets into the face of Miposhka, who's gonna try to get himself a little bit of extra movement speed and armor, and none of those are gonna help him. Well, now they're diving Yatoro as well. They need the help. Rubik will be TPing in. This is much needed. You cannot allow your carry to die twice, and actually it is gonna be Laurel with the Reaper side. Thought that was a Rubik, but another guy with a cape, much stronger one, appears. It was to be expected. He also did very well in the first couple of levels, but of course as Necro gets more, it's gonna be a problem also. That's gonna be the CK coming forward. He got the extra illusion as well, pulled into the wall, so he's gonna need to be fighting his own illusion as well. Celery getting cut down by the Reaper side. Grim Reaper not gonna be sparing him this time around. Ace, they want to get the Echo Stomp when he uses the Surge, but he just walks away, no problem. As Collapse, that might be a split forced out, as Duracho has so many spiders, but roll out the barrel.
I wonder if this really amplifies the amount of pressure that they're wanting to continually put on here. Can they find Yatoro?
Yep, homing missile chains. If he uses them, he doesn't have the Phantasm to remove it. Nice dodge of the Echo Stomp, but that's a stolen surge. Might be enough for him to escape. No, not even close. He gets away to his tower, but then just goes down. Laurel again with the TP, trying to turn the fight around. Reaper side, is it gonna be enough? No. This time around with the mech, they will be saving their buddies as the aggression continues. Quinn, full HP, full mana. They do lose the gyro in the end. Tofu gets taken out. So Laurel, he's way too strong to fight at the moment, but Celery in a great position. He lets it go. It's gonna be pulled in. They don't allow the freezing field to continue going strong as Mira. He is the one that is losing a ton of HP right now, surrounded by two heroes. The Iron Shell doing a lot of damage. Stolen Surge once again. He will get the movement speed, but won't be running fast enough to escape as Celery wants to stop Laurel, and well, Frostbite doesn't stop the movement through the Twin Gates. So Brewmaster, then it's the other way around. Oh, this time Spirit are rotating with some numbers on the top lane. They want Rapier dead. They have the split. Collapse will go for it. Can keep it in place for the rest of his team to arrive. Here comes the CK pulling him in. Chaos Bolt as well. No reason to use the Fade Bolt there on Mira. Some Rubik players would have secured it. Not this guy.
No, he knows that the lane probably hasn't gone as well for Yatoro as he would have expected, so that in particular is going to force him to, just be a little bit more selfless as a Rubik. So will allow him to get a little bit closer towards that Orchid, really trying to find ways to be able to, again, it kind of feels like a race for BKBs, right? You don't want this Broodmother to get A, the Orchid, and B, the, well, Claps, is he dead? No, actually Tofu might be the one.
Miposhka just juked out Gaming Gladiators on the bottom lane, and Tofu loses his life. Collapse, of course, a much bigger kill in the end.
So I think they just want to be able to weather the storm for now.
And with the Ember not having that good of a game, I mean, they might have some damage issues as well. Sure, Darkseer deals with those, but it's still not going to be easy. There will be a very aggressive wall. Sleight of Fist was stolen by Mira, but he gets pulled in with the Frostbite. The only thing you can do is just allow your Rubik to die. Spirit making a good call there. That was maybe a bad call. The Echo Stomp. Let's see. This is going to be a little bit of a nap for the Darkseer and the Ember, but looking towards the Necro. Radiance is not going to save you versus the Orchid. You lose two extra heroes with Collapse. Joining in on the fight. The buyback from the Rubik. Can they really fight this? This is not a Brewmaster with Radiance and Mira. It's just going to be a dieback stolen freezing field. There's Rubik cubes dropping from the sky.
Once you get a 4-man stomp, you don't actually commit to the team fight. You just run away. This is a Spirit Draft that just wants to be able to, again, weather the storm. And I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. Yeah, with Yatoro getting gone on.
What's happening with Spirit? They're falling apart. Usually they're very good at dodging Gaming Gladiators, but it seems that in this series, GG are evolving. They're getting better and they're catching Spirit off.
So the fact that they're able to make these plays in such a quick fashion means that GG are able to just catch Spirit a little bit further off guard.
Celery a bit too deep. There will be a wall being placed. Ghost Shroud instantly. He's afraid of the Suns, but he's taking so much damage even through the Ghost Shroud. Nobody cares. Collapse goes deep in. He does not have the split. He already lost Laurel the TP in from the CT. He just got his Orchid, so maybe with the Phantasm he got lucky with the extra illusion. Just runs away. He cannot fight. He's aware of it. Gaming Gladiators in a 5 versus 3 scenario going forward. No, they don't want the illusion. They saw it. They thought, oh, there's 3 of him. This is definitely the real one. But then they understood that Yatoro got lucky. But even with that luck, without a big Echo Stomp, you're not saving Laura's life. In a big engagement, he's just gonna get silenced up and brought down. We saw it in the previous engagement. He even got the Ghost Shroud off, and they killed him through it. It doesn't really matter.
Found him again. He's gonna be able to back off. They've got the pipe this time, though, so maybe they can withstand a lot of this pressure.
Back in wall, Sleight of Fist chains, Mira in trouble, Echo Stomp only onto the Darkseer, who already used his spells, but now it's gonna be Yatoro joining in on the fray. Took a little bit long to finish off Tofu. They still have the Reaper sight and the chase is on Spirit. They smell blood, but they won't be able to kill the Ember Spirit. He gets the Yules off, he should be fine. Sleight of Fist, Remnant away, and Quinn gets himself out of a very, very bad situation. Spirit, they feel like this is their moment and they got nothing out of it. The split is gone. Dyrachio, think about going in once again. They will be getting the Sleight of Fist chains. Brewmaster standing his ground. That is a tanky hero to go for, and from the side, Yatoro finds an opening on just 3 hits for Celery. That's how much he needs to break apart the Crystal Maiden, as Quinn will be next on the menu. Nice vacuum to keep them at bay. Dyrachio also joining in onto the fight, uses the Manta, needs to run away himself as well. Tofu back into the world of the living, roll out the barrel, connecting onto multiple heroes, and look at how much Lars is slowing them all down. They're gonna try to kill him through the Ghost Shroud. This time around, they don't have enough left in the tank. Team Spirit are turning the game around. That's gonna be the 5th kill for them, with Tofu dying twice. twice in this fight. The silence onto the Ember. He has one more Remnant left. No more Yules. He's slowed down to a crawl. That Remnant is not moving far enough as collapse. He ends it. That's 6 heroes dead on Gaming Gladiators Team Spirit. They lose no one.
Things up for Team Spirit if they did want to commit for this. Do they have a smoke?
BKB Laurel.
BKB.
That's a big deal.
Yatro as well. Oh, you can't find Ace.
Things. There's a silence. Onto the Darkseer, gets away, collapse, taking some damage. Echo Stomp connecting onto 2. Earth Splitter coming forward. Darkseer dropping low. Ace needs to escape. He's the main teamfight hero that you have. You cannot die, and the Reaper Sight will cut him out. He doesn't have a buyback. This teamfight is over. You have to run Gaming Gladiators. Keeping Quinn in the fight. He needs to remove the silence with the Yules. Will be doing exactly that. Gets put down with a Dispel. Either way, has the Remnant to get himself to a safe position. The Chaos Bolt not disjointed. Pulled in again into his death. 2 cores are down. As well as Tofu. Duraggio could be next to the menu. They will catch him with a stolen Frostbite. It is just insane how well Team Spirit are playing these fights right next to a Tormentor. The fight ends. That's going to be even more gold.
Gotten so much gold bounties coming through from these past few team fights. The BKBs make it a non-factor. As Tofu, be a little careful here, my man, and he was not. Even committing the Reapers, okay. That's hatred.
I guess.
Lower these BKB durations coming through from Team Spirit, right? Because it's still 8 seconds on both the Seeker. Seeker didn't actually use his BKB, so just on Lyle, it's still at 8 seconds and 9 on the Chaos Knight. It really feels like a Seeker.
No way.
All right. It feels like a CM, excuse me, is really useless against BKBs. Because what are you really doing in a lot of these engagements other than hoping for a Glimmer Cape to do something?
Yeah, Celery is now hoping for the Glimmer Cape to do something literally at this moment in his life that is probably gonna be short. Pushes away the Necro, but there's other problems that he has in this life and might allow them to get one more tier 2 tower, maybe even all of the outer towers if they continue to be doing this good. Silence, and with the Bloodthorn, the Spiderlings are doing a lot of damage, not enough to get the kill. Duraggio gets stunned up, and they see it with the illusion. He gets pulled into the Echo Stomp as well. Yatoro.
The BKB to be able to do it, so he's still fight ready.
And
the double spawn.
Well, Broodmother is not the only one with the Bloodthorn. Yatoro has one himself, gets the stun off, and look at the damage with the Reaper Sight. They annihilate Ace. Reaper Sight literally did that 1 damage that it usually does at the end to secure the kill for the Necrophos himself. And Rangedrax is looking very much dead. They lift up the Ember Spirit. He's gonna be enjoying the wins there, of course. So at least the Ghost Scepter can sometimes help you.
And now you've even got Maposhka, who just got a fresh Aghanim Shard, and he's finished up his Scepter as well. So he's actually a threat himself.
Yatoro lost the courier. That's a stolen wall. The thing is, will Ace get off the real one? He does do it with nobody being caught in it. Yatoro doesn't have his Aegis any longer expired 50 seconds ago, as Quinn is trying to do something, chains only onto a creep. And you already don't have your main team fighter, so GG, they have to find a way to bail from this really, really bad situation.
I mean, Tofu's just saying, take me instead, pretty much. Walking back into the center, and Ogre sealing back to try and, you know, save himself, but it will just end up giving over another one of those Quinn. Sides.
Yatoro found Quinn. He didn't have the Yules any longer, or he just got stunned up and well with the Bloodthorn. Speaking of, look at the damage from the Broodmother trying to finish off, and he does get Laurel. Duraggio making a play that might save his team in this team fight. The thing is, the Crystal Mating joining on the fray will just mean that Miposhka punches her into the ground. Duraggio going for a TP out. The Hurl Boulder is there as well as the Frostbite just in time, half a second before he escapes, meaning that Gaming Gladiators, they effectively lost 5 heroes. They fight this 4 versus 4 Gaming Gladiators. In just 5 seconds, they are gonna have 2 of their heroes back.
I don't think so, but it seems like Quinn feels the need to.
Yeah, I mean, you lose the second lane of Rax is going to be a problem. They have a tier 2 on the top lane. Vacuum Wall this time around. He'll get it off. Miposhka, he gets his spirit back, so we'll be able to run away. A lot of movement speed. Gets stopped in his tracks. Very nice usage of the chains there as Yatoro is standing his ground. Tofu gone too far, and Bloodthorn damage will finish him off. Now the chase is on. Yatoro will lose his BKB in half a second. Sleight of Fist chains on him, keeping him in place with the Frostbite. This should finally be a dead CK. Everybody else from Spirit, they bail. They Gaming Gladiators, they're playing super fast, want to rotate towards the top lane where they know they might find extra Spirit heroes. But look at Necro, has the Aghanim Scepter and the heart. I mean, you get close to this guy and your HP just starts getting taken away.
They just gave him 20
look at Ace.
stacks.
Look at Ace. He's dying. He's literally dying. And Laurel goes forward. He has no fear. Has his BKB to play with. They put a Spirit Vessel on him. He still doesn't want a BKB. The Ghost Shroud gets used. He's literally not taking any damage. And everybody around him is dying. He's just spreading the disease.
Yeah, you can't feed the Spiderlings into this Necro. He just deals way too much damage and has an insane AoE. Brew?
Okay, Brewmaster in some trouble. He does get the split off, so we'll be okay. Turning around onto Tofu, who has been a punching bag in this game. Quinn doesn't want to be the same, has the Remnant, a little bit too evasive and elusive to be to catch him, so trying to run. Has only one more Remnant to play with. Yadro on the other side found the Ratio. Carry to carry matchup, a carry to carry fight. Look at Yadro, who is hunting the bottom lane. At least Tofu is staying on top of his ward, so even if you would get close, you would probably be able to juke it out. Quinn coming forward. They know that the CK isn't here, so Gaming Gladiators, it's now or never. But the Necro just goes forward, pops the BKB, Ghost Shroud as well, and everybody needs to run because they're taking so much damage. But that means no more BKB. It's only 7 seconds. Frostbite onto the Ember. Echo Stomp perfectly timed, but he'll be taken out. That's a big vacuum wall without the Ember. How to do damage? And the Outro was able to ride and help his team in the end. Miposhka also getting healed up there at the end to make sure that he survives as well. Buyback for the Darkseer. Gaming Gladiators, they have to try.
But where's the damage? Again, it feels like it's been all Quinn in a lot of these team fights, and he just got taken out at the start. There's only so much that you can do, right? It feels like he's had to take so much onto his shoulders as they find Celery again. And interactive Dota, Harry. Half a second is all the CM gets to be able to live.
You
dive.
At least you constantly have the thrill of him dying. Look at that. It took a second to kill Tofu, so don't talk to me about that. They actually have a little bit to play with. Of course, you're stunned during that 1 second, and the Ratio pops the BKB, stands his ground to fight. Guess
was that the Brood was the ultimate win condition. That was a big issue. Game 1, is it? I
Rider have that scaling potential that a CM and into the piece. I think Quinn's mid lane gonna go pretty well. You're gonna have plenty of magic damage to be able to deal with Yatoro's Terror Blade. Sorry, I'm just watching Celery again. He might die another time here.
Yeah, he's going to be taking a lot of damage. The Boundless Strike as well, dropping low. Fairy Fire not enough. They're going to be turning around on the Yadro. They want to kill of their own with the Blood Grenade. Should be able to take him down, but Quinn is taking a ton of damage as well. Everybody on Spirit is low, but they have the numbers advantage still as Laurel is trying to fight, but in the end he loses it as well. His life is gone. Mira trying to hide in the trees. This hero has a lot of regen, not enough to survive Ace. Then?
I'm talking like level 6 on the Primal.
Okay, I was like, when you and me were talking even before the game started, and you mentioned it, and now I'm like, is it really something that works all the time? And here we're seeing 2 supports. Both of them can do quite a lot of damage with their right clicks. Tofu, I'm not sure you're winning this one, and he just gets demolished. It's gonna be 3 of the Batrider Illusions now running towards the lane as well. Of course, they're gonna be expiring
against Lyle, so no, I think mid lane's gone fairly okay.
Yep, and it's the more levels on the Razor, the harder it becomes for the Monkey King as they go for the Ratio with the trample as well, trying to finish him off. He's standing his ground, but in the end, that ground under him will shake underneath the might of the Primal Beast. He's still gonna be coming forward. No chance to dispel the onslaught, and Celery just isn't doing enough damage to threaten collapse at all. And he's dead. Primal Beast versus a Beastmaster. This guy, false advertising, he's being pretty much handled by this Primal Beast so easily. In the top lane, there's 1,000 difference, and now Almira, Dratio dies on the top lane, and now Ace might die on the bottom lane as well, with the Metamorphosis being used. That's a nice flame break, not nearly nice enough to save Ace's life. 2 cores on 2 different lanes are dead. Stealing Wisdom Runes with the Nyx Assassin for the entirety of the day, and now he finds an Invis Rune just before the Wisdom Rune spawns. He's most likely going to be getting it, while Laurel TPs to the bottom lane is going to be going for Ace, and well, that does look like a very, very dead Underlord. Diadoro will be getting the kill. And
I would imagine back towards mid. Oh, just short. He is 3
you
XP
Quinn.
short. There we go.
But if you kill Quinn, you've pretty much destroyed everything here. They're bringing in the Centaur onto the mid lane to make sure that Laurel dies. Even Collapse will be TPing in. So now you might not even need this next assassin who's rotating. Either way, the Impale will connect. Goodbye, Quinn. He is the only carry that has been having somewhat of a good game. Celery next on the menu. A couple of hits with the Wukong, with the Jingu Masteries will be more than enough. Collapse with his...
Once again, nice itemization coming out from Team Spirit. Collapse. He's had the luxury of having this really good top side. I think he started 3-0.
No way. Yeah, Quinn is dead. Miposhka even has level 6 already. Demonic Purge, both of your supports are level 6. The other ones not even close. Ace comes through the Fiend's Gate just to give his life away as well. He's the highest net worth hero of Gaming Gladiators, and literally he delivered himself. Here, have my life. I don't want it. Tofu, next on the menu. No Flame Break. Impale, is it ready? It's not, but guess what is? A Boundless Strike from Laurel. Mira wasn't even needed, but he wanted a little bit of experience for himself.
Yatoro and Miposhka will say thank you very much, and look at this. This is just what I'm talking about, right? The pressure's going to continue. Siege creep, TB illusions. His bottom tower's going to go down.
And why would it ever stop? I mean, Duracho, he needs his Aghanim Scepter before he does anything. Okay, maybe they can do something to collapse Roar as well. Lasso not available, but you have the Pit of Malice, so that should be enough lockdown for Duracho to land the kill. A big kill at that, so that's definitely going to help to finish off the Ags in time.
And now you have that Flaming Lasso available as well, so a little bit more control. You know, if the Wukongs ends up being dropped down, you've got a way to just be able to drag him out of it. You've got a way...
Spell why the... that makes the Batrider what he is. Ace getting into the hands of the Terrorblade. Let's see if his aura will help him to survive. Extra damage of the Terrorblade isn't gonna be enough. Close, but still lives. Mira, he says, no, you are mine. He's gonna be exacting revenge there with the Vendetta. Gets the kill. He's level freaking 8. After that one is Tofu. He goes forward, then very soon he says, nope, I want to run away. And Laurel is not gonna allow it. He gets the lasso. Oh, Boundless Strike. Just make sure that this onslaught does connect. Quinn thinking about going back into it, and we have been seeing this so many times. Mischief to dodge the plasma field every single time in the game.
It was 11 minutes in the game that Yatoro and Mira got that kill.
Yep.
Mira wants more.
They need to make something like what they made for Aoi
Really nice
in the
wards.
universe. Goodbye, Celery. You were a nice guy. You gave us a nice interview. Don't go through the Fiend's Gate, please, Ace. He's gonna be leaving that one and then coming from the side. So Spirit might get caught off guard with Wukong's command expiring.
They could kill
have
Yatoro.
A big one. Going for a Terrorblade. He doesn't have a Sunder. No skill point to use either. So quite a nice kill. Big one. Maybe this is the way to get back into the game, especially with Duracho coming over. He has the Roar. Let's see if he's gonna be using it. Well, not even needed. Mira will get caught and yep, gets taken out. That was for a second I thought he might actually get the TP out, but nope.
You know, Tiny, Monkey
Okay.
King, CK, they're the main ones that fall into that category for me. As Tofu might be dying as well. He's doing what a Batrider support should and maybe getting away.
He canceled the Pulverize himself there with a Flame Break, so that's quite cool. It won't save his life, but a nice play. Really hasn't been having the best of series. Duracho, he takes the Watcher, so now that Watcher can watch him die, as he won't be able to escape this. He gets the Roar for the extra movement speed, but the Monkey Warriors will make sure, especially with the Maelstrom procs, to get the kill. King survives. The gold lead is only 2k, so Gaming Gladiators not only have they stopped the bleeding, but they've turned the game to go a little bit closer towards themselves, a little bit closer to even. Shadow Demon baiting in. Here comes Collapse onto all of them, and the three-man Impale. They found him. Nobody else to do the damage with the Pulverize. They'll finally bring down Quinn, as there will be the Monkey joining in on the fight. Ace does his best to use his tankiness to survive. Celery with the TP out will be allowed to live, but the main guys have already fallen.
So it'll be a little slower that they're able to get there, just leaving one Skeleton Warrior at the top of this Twin Gate. It's Tofu.
Oh no, Tofu is gone. He's gonna get destroyed. Dagon is available as well. Mira showing it off in style. Roche is dropping low, however, so they might be able to get it off. There is a Fiend's Gate being used, and there's the Aegis for Duracho. He's already super tanky. Gets the blink away. If you can disengage, it's gonna be huge.
Big charge by
versus
Collapse.
a Monkey King. There's the Boundless Strike, and Collapse from the side pushes them all
Good roar.
towards those stairs, falling down the stairs. It is gonna hurt. However, Collapse up there. He's gonna get saved. The Impale as well. What's happening? Why are they hitting this spell so perfectly? Pit of Malice, however, gonna be keeping keeping Spirit in place, but they go through it, and now it's time for the real chase. Dyrachyo, he does blink forward. That's going to be a lot of trouble for Quinn as well, who is trying to juke around the trees, does as much damage as possible, still somehow alive. Laurel needs one more hit with the Jingu stacks. Actually, it's going to be two, but of course, Mira from downtown gets the Mind Flare to get the kill. Of course, Dyrachyo surrounded by enemy heroes. He's going to be taken down easily, and Team Spirit, they might have lost the Roche, but they won a huge fight and are now just...
They want to be able to take back some of this map control. Lol.
Get one kill and you snowball it. That's how you come back into these kind of games. Tofu is hunting.
Oh, they found him.
He will find the Monkey King up onto the high ground with the ball strike. Oh, Miposhka! He made a mistake. Oh no, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, he's still gonna be getting out. Dyrachyo, he has made a mistake, guys. He came onto the high ground, and this is not Star Wars, not how it works. Ace will be next on the menu, demolished by the Terrorblade. We have seen it so many times today. The Terrorblade just annihilates heroes. Laurel is just keeping Quinn in place. Glacier after the Manta usage. They do have the Onslaught. Impale as well, not even needed. Yatoro comes over to finish off Quinn. And that's gonna be
worried about just getting blown up by the Nyx. Still though, speaking of Nyx, he's actually looking for a bit of a hunt here onto Mira, and they get the stuns. Goodbye.
Yep, got him. Quinn gets taken out.
At this stage, he just needs that BKB so desperately. But I don't think you can force this fight. You gotta wait. You gotta try and have a full 5-on-5. Look, Ace is just dying.
There used to be an Underlord there that's a tanky hero, but look at where Laurel is. They'll get the roar onto the Terrorblade. They have to kill him. Not enough damage.
They've
not even
just
close.
decimated
Wants to use the Thunder. He might need to use it on some of his teammates. No, he's gonna take Celery's soul, literally, then murder him right after it. And Gaming Gladiators, this is not an early GG. There is no more chance.